Hello everyone, welcome back to Xenogears, Akinov here, and we have just basically we've gotten out of North June, or whatever it's called, the Kislev capital, and we're at the secret military base. Most important thing to note now, at this point, from this point on, you're going to be using gears for quite some time. So, everyone just get on your gears. Amongst other things to note, I am going to change this out for the power magic. That's going to be very helpful for Ellie, who is very reliant on ether in her gear. So we're all in our gears and we're heading in. The Goliath factory. And as you can see, this area is built for gear use. Now, there's nothing there, but if we go this way, we can proceed along, and we'll eventually get somewhere. Not much music right now. Actually, no music. Just some background noise. And this is Hammer. Mwah. Hey bro, I went ahead and opened the locks for you. What, the gear? Nah, don't worry about the details. I'm the information man. There's nothing out of my reach. But hey, there aren't any enemies, though. Something suspicious. Oh yeah, you can change your party and even shop. Need anything? If we go to shop, we can... I don't think it's anything... Ooh, what we can do, I believe, is she's got a better engine than we can buy right now, but we can get her a better frame because her current frame only gives her 1500 HP. She can have 4000, and we can upgrade this frame as well, the engine and the armor, and we'll refuel them. I'm not going to upgrade the steer. I'm not going to upgrade Steyr because, well, it's already pretty... It's got a better engine, its frame is almost as good as that one, and its armor is better. So we don't have to worry about upgrading that for quite some time. Anyway, he doesn't sell you parts right here. I'll just stick with this party and we don't really have to worry about too much. So, going through this area, there's not too much to worry about, but we'll get, for the first time, we're going to be able to use, Ellie's gear. And we have some enemies to try it out on. These turret guys. And as you may have noticed, Ellie's going first. The thing about Ellie is she is actually one of your fastest... She's the fastest gear that we have. She's an agility level of 11. And she's the lightest. So, in her gear she can also use ether techniques. And this is a lot better for her than using physical techniques. Simply put, she deals more damage this way. Wait, that's not right. Something's wrong here. She should be able to deal more damage than that. Okay, something's a little off. I'll figure out what it is. Soonish, I guess? Maybe she needs a little more ether before she's actually doing the damage she's supposed to. But I swear she can deal more damage than that? We shall see. I've got her ether buffed up, or as high as I can go right now. Maybe she's just using a bad technique. Try Terra Lance on this one? No, she's only doing like 300. She should be doing double that. I know I've had her dealing double that. Maybe something wrong with the engine she's got on her gear? That's weird. All things considered, I've had her doing far more damage than that. At her current level as well. Maybe I just haven't leveled up as much? Maybe. That's weird. That is very, very weird. Do I not have the right stuff equipped? Let's do a quick check of everything. She has her Ether Stone. No, there's nothing there that should be... Yeah, that should be... That's weird. Wait. The beam jammer reduces her agility? Well, that's not helpful. I mean, the beam coat's less effective, but it doesn't lower her agility. Oh, well, at least she's quick. I don't know what's going on. Let's try unequipping and re-equipping that. She should be dealing more damage. It may just be that the last time I went through here, she'd gotten better level. She'd leveled up or something, and that meant that she did more damage. I'm very confused by it, because I swear she can deal more damage. Oh well, we'll find out as we go. She's definitely the fastest with her 12 agility. Let's try this again. There we go, that's more like it. I think there was something a little glitchy, maybe something wasn't equipped right and it didn't register correctly. So, that's a possibility. Like, Faye only has 10 agility. Oh damn it, I fucked that up. I screwed that up quite royally. You know what? I haven't seen Ellie's, all of Ellie's in-gear actions. So, we'll see how that goes. I'm going to charge with him and let's see what double impact is like. Oh, it's the one. Oh, it's that one. Not as effective as her Ether. And as long as she keeps leveling up with Ether up, I am happy. So as we're going through here, we can see a treasure chest on the side. And this is a gold nugget. Handy. That's money. And we get 2 more enemies. Which are not so handy. Okay. Now I'll find out if... Because all elements do the same to these guys, I'm pretty sure. If it's just that these guys have higher Ether defense? No, it was just some sort of glitch, I think? It didn't register the fact that she had all the extra, that her Ether machine was more effective or something? It wasn't as I think we're still registering the 10 on the Ether stat on her gear, so it wasn't functioning right. Which is kind of silly. So as you can see, she's a valuable asset in her gear. She's really powerful. Especially aggressively with Ether. Leveled up, got most, well, everything except for EP, max and attack. That's a pretty good level, all things considered. Leveling up is like, oh, that's a good level up. Because there is a bit of randomness to your level ups, I'm pretty sure. Like, sometimes you get a good level up, sometimes you don't. And there's not... This area isn't really complex, it's very, very simple. And I can now try to show off something, the really good thing about her Ether machine. I can use this, however. And I can hit everyone. I will hit everyone in this group. However, there's a 64% chance that it will fail. No, that it will succeed. So therefore a 36% chance that it will fail. Let's see how it goes. And we'll get to see these method. That was a fail. Sorry, I failed. She'll tell you if she fails. I'll take that guy down. Or at least I'll try to. And then he moved away from the group, which is quite notable because they're no longer actually a group. And these are the mechanic enemies that we were fighting before, and that's the interesting ability. Sometimes it just dings off your thing, but sometimes it heals you. Most of the time it just dings off, but sometimes it heals you. So, what you saw was the move, but it just didn't deal the damage. So I'll show off the other ones. And hopefully this will work. Nope, that was another fail. Because it's supposed to deal like 700 damage. And we gained Mika, which is reduces electrical damage, but it's not as good as the insulated armor. Ooh, and here is Shinobi Mark Zero. This thing is probably the most nuisance regular enemy you're going to fight here. It deals the most damage and it is a nuisance. But just because I want to, and because I have 99 Omega Souls, I'm going to show off Thermo Dragon as well. And that hit properly. She didn't say she failed, so you see it hit properly. If there were lots of enemies, it would have dealt a lot of damage to a lot of enemies. But anyway, I just tried to fight like I was on foot. Or like I cared about fuel. Because we've got enough for this whole adventure. Oh, Seaton leveled up, that's nice. We'll get quite a few level ups since we're fighting gear type enemies. It's probably quite important that I use Omega Souls on Ellie because I bought them for a reason. The reason is that she can deal a lot of damage, but she also burns her EP really quickly since you can use it, since it's basically her best method of attack. So you're always using it. Therefore, you burn a lot of it. Like again, I'm going to use an Ether attack, and hopefully Aqua Mist will work perfectly. I don't... Oh, that's what this one looks like. And see, it dealt 700 odd damage to everyone, and took them all out. So it makes these fights an absolute breeze, having Ellie in the party. Okay, so we can go here and save. But we don't need to. We don't need to save here. There's a later save point that we'll save at. There's like not really any threat here. Because as I've shown, Ellie is a total badass. Even though I'm probably going to stick to electric attacks. Because it's like the quickest, it's the first one in the list, so I don't have to look around, and I know these enemies are basically weak to it. So she's basically the linchpin of my strategy right now, and she's probably going to be the linchpin for quite some time in terms of Ether. Because she's the most versatile in her Ether attack methods, and she has some pretty impressive things later on as well. I haven't, so I'll know more about whether I... Wait, what? Which one? It's this way that has the item. That wasn't instinct, that wasn't memory. And actually, I can explain what I meant by elemental attacks with area of effect. That's relevant here, because if I were to go to this, you see I can't hit all of them. So I may as well use this. Saves EP. You're able to affect areas, so a gear and small characters, or a group of small characters, but not, you know, that was wrong. That was very wrong. You can affect a group of small characters, but not a group of large characters with that area of effect. I don't know if you get a bigger area of effect later, but I haven't yet. Actually, you do, but it's a very special move. I know you get a... I don't want to actually use any attacks. I want to vault that guy to death. And there he goes. That's one more enemy that bites the dust. Another one bites the dust. Makes sense. So that's basically how it goes with Ellie. At least she got Aether. Wasn't a great level up, but at least she got Aether. Every point of Aether is good. And I'm going to need that soon, so I'm actually going to equip it in my gears. I'm going to equip it to this. Do I? I don't want to get rid of that. Yeah, I don't need the health restoration. I don't think I need that for quite a while. At least not on him. I'll get the frame 30. Yeah, that'll do. There's a reason I'm grabbing that. And it's for something a little later on. So, as we've seen before, I can't kill these with a single Aether attack, but I have to use multiple. Or if I get lucky, I can deal enough damage that I can take one down very easily. Another thing to note is that Ellie's gear can be quite powerful when boosting because it consumes less fuel because you use Aether to attack, unless you're being silly and attacking physically like that. But that's because I didn't bother to use EP. It's fairly important to keep an eye on the EP though, because you can burn it pretty quickly. She currently has 29 out of her total, which sadly is less than Cetan's, which for a big Aether using character is kinda sad. Speaking of sad, there is an item that I have. The HP drive. Increase maximum HP by 20. Now, I could use this on any one of them. Or I could sell it for a fair bit of money. I'm not sure which I should do. I should probably use it on a character because I'll probably never be able to... and here's another encounter. This is a scripted one. I'll never be able to get... like... there's probably a limited number of them in the game. I don't have any special options yet on this gear. I took off the only special option she had, which was healing. So there's that. Which is too bad, but anyway. It's simple enough fights. We're pretty powerful here. And we just gotta push our way through this room. I don't think there's any treasure chests or anything in here. No, there's not. And we're almost at the puzzle section of this area. Ah, right. I'm gonna try blow up one of these groups. And hopefully it works. Because if it doesn't... oh, it worked, yes. And we'll just take out this guy manually, eventually. And they'll heal him. But don't worry, I have a plan. It's called electrocute the guy to death. It works pretty well when I have 100% accuracy. And when it comes to dealing with small guys, you can just do a basic triangle attack and they will just go down. Nothing to worry about. Small enemies take more damage. And now that we've hit level 38 with Faye, we have learned Ruji, which is his box triangle X combo. Are we getting... Yeah, if we go up here, there's a conveyor belt. There's no point trying to fight against it, just go with it. And you can try to fight against it, but you won't get through the door. Okay. We can't go further that way. There's an elevator. But more importantly, there's this. And if we come around here, we'll get into a battle of a Shinobi Mark 0, who we're going to try to electrocute. It looks like a monkey. It's called a Shinobi. It deals annoying amounts of damage, but we know that already. We'll hopefully take it down. I think we can take it down in just 2 hits. Yeah, that should be that. Yep, that's that. But the important thing to note is that there's that treasure chest there. What I'm gonna do is I am gonna go to gear, and I'm gonna get off. I think I can move with just Faye. No, I have to get everyone off. Get off, get off. And we can now go to this treasure chest. And we receive extra armor free. And I don't know if I'm having trouble getting back on our gears. I had this problem last time as well. I couldn't just walk up to them, so I did this. And gears teleport and stuff. But we sorted this out. So we can now go this way and just ride along here, and that'll take us further in. That's basically what this is from this point on. It's a thing puzzle. It's a conveyor belt puzzle. It's not a particularly complex one, but it's a puzzle nonetheless. Yeah, I'm gonna use an Omega Soul on Ellie again because, well, I want her EP to be full because we're getting close to a boss fight. Right, this will reverse that. I think you can press another one and it will bring out some enemy gears, but we don't need to do that. There's a bunch of places where you stop along here. I think if you were to jump down, you just wind up in areas you've been before, so don't. That'd be a waste of time. We can't go that way. Yet. And here's a save point, so you want to save. Over battling champ. I think this is the right one. And does that? Yep, that solves that problem. And we're on a conveyor belt. And we're just proceeding towards the final area. You can't look around yourself on this. This is all automated. Us huddled together. Our gears huddled together. For warmth, because it's cold. It's cold outside. Oh, and we're about to meet the boss of this area. He's a big guy. Kind of a nuisance. But he's not too hard. It's pretty simple. Boost with everyone. And then spam your abilities. He'll hit pretty hard, but no particular element does more damage than another to him, but that was less than I'd hoped. But the thing to note is that he will not become any less, well, you'll probably see as the fight goes on. I'll just stick to simple combos and do it quickly for a quick turnaround. No, I don't want to attack. I want to ether machine and blow him up. I also want to do that. Thing is, if you do your big attack, you can block it. It deals a fair bit of damage, but you shouldn't be too concerned about that. He isn't more resilient to one element than another, is he? Nah, it's all the same to him. I probably just didn't fight as many battles as I did the first time I did this. Well, the last time I did this. Anyway, we're just gonna keep going at him with solid box attacks and solid ether attacks. And because we're going to just barrage him so much, he's going to go down. That's just the way it is. But we're going to use Rootin, my favorite kicking move. Actually, I might like the other one a little more because it's so ridiculous. Because it is really ridiculous. He's not particularly the biggest threat that you'll find, but his shift up boosts his attack and his defense, his speed as well. But what it doesn't boost is his ether defense. So that does less damage now, as will that. But this, say Aqua Ice, still going to deal 400 and something damage. 488 damage, still dealing that damage. So remember that. Oh, I forgot that I should have done something during this fight. I should have saved up for Faye's. Faye probably has a new move. I just want to throw out variety in terms of my ether attacks. My, I hit him with that. If he hits, that's going to deal only a little more damage? Yeah. You know what? I'm going to charge so that I can see if Faye can use that move. Yeah. Oh, you're kidding me. I had 7 damage to go. That's incredibly sad. Wow. And Cetan levels up. So does Ellie. And she gains 2 on ether. That's really nice. And 2 EP. And we get ground, which grounds electricity. Now we could go on, but is there anything else here? I forget. No, there's nothing else here for us. So we just go on. And we're going to arrive on an airship in the main area. Get a load of this. I can't believe that it makes such a thing. Me neither. Shall we see if it works? Doc, do you know how to operate it? Not really. But Faye, you were not thinking of stealing this big thing without knowing how to operate it, were you? Well anyway. Guess we're just going to have to figure it out. Well, my name's been Akinov. Hope you've had a good time, and good night, or something like that anyway. Next time, we'll make our escape in this ship. See you then.